It has been just an overwhelming deluge of lies, fraud, scams, scandals, and constant idiocy from unelected piece of shit Donald Trump. There's just way too much to catch up on. So we'll deal with just simple realities. Trump is not the president and never will be. A real elected president agrees with us too. Just watch what elected president Jimmy Carter had to say about unelected piece of shit Trump.
There's no doubt that the Russians did interfere in the election, and I think the interference, although not yet quantified, if fully investigated, would show that Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered on his behalf.
So do you believe President Trump is an illegitimate president?
Based on what I just said, which I can't retract. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Trump is just an inveterate liar and a U.S. traitor and our greatest national security threat. He was installed by our enemy, Russian dictator and murderous tyrant Putin, with one explicit intent, and that intent is and was to destroy America and all Western democracies. That is Putin's intent. Putin was the head of the KGB. He is a brilliant person trying to destroy America. That's why he picked idiot Trump, and that is what Trump is doing. Destroying our economy, our integrity, and our reputation, and our standing worldwide. If you don't understand this, you are a moron.
Can you imagine if we had a president of the United States who went around claiming he was also Michigan Man of the Year, even if he wasn't?
5 or 6 years before I even thought about running, for whatever reason, they named me Man of the Year in Michigan. I said, how come? I didn't even understand it myself, but I was named Man of the Year. In Michigan, they gave me an award 6 years, 7 years ago. I had no idea. It was the Man of the Year in Michigan. About 6 years ago, I wasn't even running, and they gave me an award, the Republican of the Year. And I made a speech in Michigan thanking them for the award.
I got the award, the Man of the Year, 5 years ago in Michigan.
It's true. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was given the Man of the Year in Michigan. I was Man of the Year in Michigan a number of years ago. I was honored 5 years ago, Man of the Year in Michigan. That was a great honor for me.
Donald Trump is lots of things, but Michigan Man of the Year is not one of them. It's not even an award that exists in real life, just in Trump's brain. And in Trump's brain, he's won lots of awards and has graced the cover of big-time magazines like this fake one he had photoshopped and hung in his country clubs. But that's just a thing he does. So one of my favorite writers these days, David Roth, wrote a piece for Deadspin's The Concourse this week about the strange reality in which Donald Trump seems to live, an alternate universe in which he's the star and big winner in a never-ending televised award show.
5 or 6 years before I even thought about running, for whatever reason, they named me Man of the Year in Michigan. You know, the Cubans, they gave me an award, Bay of Pigs Award, last week. I just got an award and an endorsement yesterday from the exact group, in a group. Is it Log Cabin, the Log Cabin group. And I'm an environmentalist, I will tell you. I've received many environmental awards. Prime Minister Abe of Japan gave me the most beautiful copy of a letter that he sent to the people who give out a thing called the Nobel Prize. He said, I have nominated you. That was from the Emmys. I sang Green Acres and received a very nice award that night.
So none of that is true. But the real question is, does Donald Trump believe it's true, or does he just think we're all stupid?
I hear good things about the way Australia is being run and running. And, you know, you just had some your financial genius just got a nice award. He was voted the best in the world at this time. Now I don't know who gives him that award. Maybe he does. No, I don't know. I do that. I give myself awards all the time. And then I announce I've just received an award, and there's nothing deceptive about it because I actually did, but I gave it to myself.
Are Trump's stupid supporters so damn stupid that they actually think our enemy Putin wants to make our country great? If so, they're even dumber than they appear. And that already is the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the intellectual barrel. Our enemy Putin admitted that he wanted to put Trump into undue unelected occupation. Just listen to what he says himself about wanting jackass and unelected piece of crap Trump in power.
Did you want President Trump to win the election, and did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Just listen to our enemy Putin's own words on what he wanted for this country. How stupid do you have to be to believe any of Trump's now, 12,000 plus outright lies? Trump has enabled Russia in every way. Russia's economy is booming now, thanks to Trump's trade attack on China, who said they will not buy any soybeans and now any agricultural products at all from U.S. farmers. And their plan is to just do that indefinitely. So American farmers may have lost that market forever. And who do they have to thank for it? Piece of shit Donald Trump, an unelected, draft-dodging, cowardly, insecure piece of crap U.S. traitor who should be ripped out of office, prosecuted, sentenced, and incarcerated. He is a piece of crap and the United States' #1 national security threat, without any rival. Trump could care less that our enemy Kim Jong-un is now firing missiles off almost every day. Trump thinks it has it under control. It doesn't have anything under control. Trump couldn't pull up his own depends. He literally needs a team of jackasses to pull up his depends daily, hourly. That idiot doesn't know how to do anything except bankrupt things. He's a fraud, a liar, a scammer, and all Trump does is create gigantic potholes of debt. He has not had a successful business yet. All of his crappy clubs, that piece of garbage Doral, that bedbug inn, place is a dump. Just ask Eric Larner, who filed a suit against the place for being bitten up by bedbugs when he spent his $300 on that garbage Jack Nicklaus bungalow. What a piece of garbage. Trump touts his bungalows as these lavish, amazing places to stay. They're nothing but crap hole, shithole little dumps. Instead of a bungalow, it should be called what it is, a dungalow. So now taxpayers like ourselves and you are paying farmers tens of billions of dollars, tens of billions in U.S. dollars in welfare, socialism, for these farmers to not grow anything since they now have nowhere to sell it. They have no market. Their market was China. Now it isn't. Now, take a guess who has filled that void. Thanks to unelected piece of shit Trump, Vladimir Putin and Russia are selling China, our former U.S. market for our goods, for those farm goods. Russia is selling China all of those goods, soybeans, cattle, whatever they need. Russia is now laughing in our face. Well, Putin laughs at America, and he laughs at dipshit Trump our economy suffers. Taxpayers pay more. Buyers, consumers pay more for all of the items that are manufactured in China, including Trump's crappy MAGA hats and all his crappy clothing in those businesses that are all financially underwater. Trump is nothing but a clown and an idiot and a traitor. And as long as it stays in there, it is going to represent the greatest national security threat and general threat to America in our entire history. Republicans need to finally become Americans. Enough of their idiotic hypocrisy. They're not pro-life. They're not for family values. If they were, they wouldn't support Trump for 0.002 of a second. Get with it, Republicans. Become Americans. For once in your goddamn lives.